Underworld self-death dealing franchise. Let's cover the Underworld franchise here and how it self-deathed itself, it's self-dealing itself, and fucked itself over so badly. This is a franchise I used to love so much growing up. The first Underworld here in 2003, just loved it. Kate Beckinsale was so sexy, sleek, and hot, and she's a vampire, fucking werewolf killer. It's really one of the best vampire takes I've ever seen, period, and she just plays it so well. And then you have Scott Speedman here as her / love interest, this, supposed to be a hybrid mix that no one can stop. I like that story. They have a great thing also. Victor here, a great character actor that plays him. Very great effects as well. So you come from Underworld 2003, they do it right, they do it so good with probably a little bit of money starting out, but then you go to Underworld Evolution. Now, I do like Underworld Evolution. I always did, seeing it back in 2006, saw it, love it. I do. It has such great effects. They up the ante in Underworld Evolution. They bring back Kate Beckinsale and they bring back Mr. Speedman. The only problem is here with Mr. Speedman is it's whack effects. They put no effects on Mr. Speedman. He's the same old or weaker looking lichen mixed hybrid vampire here. I just don't like that shit. They don't put anything into Speedman. His story is lame and boring, and it's this rehashed shit with him and Kate Beckinsale. So you gotta come more correct, but they did with they concentrated more on the effects and a lot of blood in this fucking movie of Underworld Evolution. And I do like Marcus, the villain here, Marcus, so fucking good, so brutal, and so vicious, you don't want to see him face to face. And I love the underdog story, literally in Underworld, as Celine here takes down Marcus in the end in a very thrilling way. So I gotta admit, the action was drawn out way too much at times. You get really fed up, you're full. But other than that, it gives you all what you want. Underworld Evolution, great acting, great effects, great story, more of the first in the second. And now let's get to Rise of the Lycans, Underworld 2009. Now this is, for me, is like the Halloween 3 season of the witch here. It's a bomb. You come in with the trilogy and you fucking just hand us a pile of shit. There's no Kate Beckinsale, there's no Scott Speedman, there's nothing, no good story. It's a backstory that we've heard in the first and second, and we get to see it, but we already saw it pretty much with flashbacks and word of mouth through the first and second movie. We can put the pieces together ourselves. We don't need to see it on screen in 2009. We do, and it's fucking shit to me. They played this movie Rise of the Lycans on TV, and they tried to get ready to watch it. I just could not get into it. I watched it maybe twice, and it's just because I'm such an Underworld fan, and I want to love the fucking movie and believe they can, come back from the dead, live forever like a vampire, immortality. But no, they get shot with a silver bullet. I'm telling you, they get werewolfed here. This fucking movie, what a letdown. Just focusing primarily on the werewolves as well, and no Kate Beckinsale, no Speedman. Big mistake. It's too late now by the time we get to 2012, 3 years later, for Underworld Awakening, and even for Blood Wars 4 years later, to bring Kate Beckinsale back. I mean, there's just too big of a span time there. From 2006 to 2012, that's 6 years. People, just the fire has cooled down about Underworld by that time, and it's just a shame, because Underworld and Underworld Evolution really had a promise. This franchise had so much promise, and they just dropped the fucking ball. This is one of the biggest disappointments of franchises I have ever heard or seen. The movies go downhill from the second, and man, just big mistakes and the same mistakes made. But I'm telling you, this is a self-death dealing franchise. Underworld, it won't come back from the dead. This shit is over. Even to rehash it or remake it, it's just a bad fucking move. They deaded the series their own selves. They put the stake in its own heart. Underworld, self-death dealing franchise.